Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Seattle. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, set. Hey, check, mega. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is third and 2. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 31 yards there and a first down. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on third and 6. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Koo knocks this one through the post. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
The drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Page. This is the tight end fan. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing Kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Striker, 3-3.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Drill, 52. Watch out now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the wall. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. this to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Here we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Okay, ready?
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 116 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Set, ready. Fight, 97.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Ready, break.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Fight, 60. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first. Four-yard line. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's Walker to start the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
19, 18, 3.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
19, Tiger, not third.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Come on.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That would turn and a give to Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
70 line. 65, 6, 19 tight. 19 tight. Nothing, 19.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you are exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11, as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Bronco 80. Check mash. Big Lion. No. Ready.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Down at the 25. 2nd and 7.
70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70. 18 Pioneers. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On 3rd down, here's Walker. He finds some open field here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
70. 60 Mavericks.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Shot 17. Ultra.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
19, 18, trap 50, trap 60. Dragon 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
19, Tiger, hey, smash Bronco.
On second down, it's Walker. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Walker with another carry. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Free. Third. Right to Petty.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Hand cycle. Check two. Mega.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Hands it off out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Strike.
He'll look to throw. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 154 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Hey, check mega. Hey, go steal. Hey, go Ultra.
Looking to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Get it!
Second and 5. Rolling to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Go. Big Lion.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
Go.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
A give for Walker running right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Go, Reed. Go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Ready?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Check. Hey, smash Bronco. Hey.
Running right, here's Walker. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Let's go now.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hurt. Right there, right.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for two.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
79 Broncos.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by D'Angelo Malone.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Let's go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Catch Fury.
Back to throw here. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Here we go.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Strike. Catch strike.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ready, set. Cowboy 80. Check pass, set, triple, check.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Slot man moves right.
Seven Pirates.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sly able to put this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19. Warrior 70.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early window games here.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave. We the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.